Beyond crowns and titles, the tale of Princess Nkechi, Princess Ogechi, and Princess Ifoma. Once upon a time, in a land filled with sunshine and laughter, there was a village so beautiful it looked like a painting. The skies were a canvas of azure blue, dotted with fluffy white clouds that floated lazily above rolling green hills. Rivers sparkled like diamonds under the sun, and every corner of the village was alive with the sound of joy. Children laughing, elders sharing stories, and the soft hum of nature in harmony. This idyllic village was ruled by King Chindumi, a leader who was loved by all. His wisdom was matched only by his kindness, and his rule was marked by fairness and compassion. King Chindumi believed in a kingdom where every voice mattered, and his people adored him for it. His heart was as big as the land he ruled, and he embraced everyone, ensuring their happiness and safety. King Chindumi had a large family. His first wife, Obianujunwa, a graceful and kind woman, bore him 3 daughters, Nkechi, Ogechi, and Ifoma. These princesses were the pride of the kingdom, each as beautiful as the morning sun. His second wife, Uchechi, a fierce and intelligent woman, bore him 2 sons, Nnamdi and Obinna, brave and strong boys who were being groomed to one day rule the land. The princesses were known for their free spirits. Every day, they ran barefoot out of the palace gates, their laughter echoing through the village. They played hide and seek in the market, splashed in the river, and climbed trees with the children of the village. Their silken dresses often came back stained with mud, their hair tangled from the wind. But the princesses didn't care. They felt happy, free, and connected to the land they loved so much. Not everyone approved of their acts. Princesses should be dignified, the elders whispered. They are too wild. Why don't they act like royalty? These murmurs troubled their mother, Obianujunwa, who often sat them down for long talks. My dears, you all are princesses. It's time to act like one, she will say, her voice gentle but firm. The princesses, however, will giggle, their eyes sparkling with mischief. Mother, Nkechi the eldest will reply, a crown doesn't make us different. We are part of this village just like everyone else. The villagers were divided in their opinions. Some admired the princesses for their humility and zest for life, while others thought their behavior was unbecoming of royalty. But the princesses paid little attention to their opinions of them. To them, life was about being true to oneself, even if that meant breaking a few royal conventions. Each year, the village hosted a grand festival, a celebration of unity and prosperity. This was no ordinary festival. It was an event where princes from neighboring lands came to choose their brides. The village square transformed into a spectacle of colors and sounds. Stalls lined the streets, offering delicacies that filled the air with mouth-watering aromas. Musicians played lively tunes and dancers twirled gracefully. Their movements a blend of tradition and joy. The princesses watched the festivities from the palace balcony. Unlike the other maidens who dressed in their finest and practiced their courtesies, the princesses were indifferent. When suitors came knocking at their door, the princesses always found reasons to refuse. "He's too proud," Nkechi will say. "His smile doesn't reach his eyes," Ogechi will observe. Ifeoma, the youngest, will simply shake her head, her face thoughtful. "If they can't see us for who we are, they're not for us." One year, a wealthy merchant arrived, bearing gifts of goods and jewels. He boldly declared his intention to marry all the three sisters. The princesses, unimpressed, splashed water on him, sending him away drenched and humiliated. The villagers were shocked. "How foolish!" they exclaimed, turning away from such a wealthy man. Their parents were equally puzzled. King Chindumi and Queen Obianujunwa often pleaded with their daughters to consider marriage. "Your brothers have found their brides," Obianuju said one evening. "Why do you girls delay?" "When true love comes, we will know," Nkechi replied firmly, and the sisters nodded in agreement. Years passed, and the princesses grew into graceful young women. One starry evening, as family sat under the great Iroko tree in the palace courtyard, the princesses made a bold request. "Father," Nkechi began, her voice steady, "we want a festival of our own." "A festival?" King Chindumi raised an eyebrow. "Yes," Nkechi added, "a festival where we choose. Let the men show us their hearts, their wisdom, their true selves." The king was taken aback. It was unconventional, even audacious. But as he looked into his daughter's eyes, he saw their determination. These were not ordinary princesses. They were thinkers, dreamers, and leaders. "Very well then," he said after a pause. "Let there be a festival." The announcement set ripples through the village and beyond. Suitors from far and wide began preparing. Unlike the traditional festival, this event will test not just strength and wealth, but also creativity, kindness, and intellect. The princesses were clear. They sought not riches, but true connection. On the day of the festival, the village square was a sight to behold. Banners fluttered in the breeze, and the air buzzed with excitement. Suitors arrived dressed in their finest, each eager to win the heart of the princesses. The princesses, dressed in elegant but simple attire, stood before the crowd. Nkechi stepped forward, her voice carrying across the square. "To win our hearts," she declared, "you must guess our true names. Only then will you prove your understanding of who we are." A murmur of surprise swept through the crowd. The challenge was doubting. The princesses' true names were a closely guarded secret, known only to their family. The suitors, confident in their skills, suddenly found themselves uncertain. Some attempted to guess, throwing out names based on their beauty and grace. Others tried to bribe the palace guards for information, but no one came close. Among the crowd was a man named Dike, known as the village drunkard. He was a figure of ridicule, often seen stumbling along the streets, his laughter echoing louder than the market cries. But Dike was more than he seemed. Beneath his carefree exterior was a mind sharp with wit and a heart full of courage. When Dike heard the princess's challenge, he was intrigued. Why not try? He thought. Even a fool has his day. For days, Dike observed the princesses from afar, noting their habits and interactions. He noticed the way they laughed together, the secret glances they shared, and the unspoken bond between them. One afternoon, while wandering near the forest, Dike saw the princesses playing by the river. Ifeoma, the youngest, slipped on a mossy rock and tumbled into the water. His sisters rushed to her aid. Nkechi grabbed her hand and Ogechi shouted, "Ifeoma, hold on!" Nkechi cried. In that moment, Dike's ears perked up. He heard their names, spoken not as titles, but as expressions of love and concern. A smile spread across his face. He had found the key to their hearts. At the festival's final gathering, Dike stepped forward, drawing curious glances and whispers. "I know their names," he declared. Nkechi, Ogechi, and Ifeoma. The crowd erupted in astonishment. The man they had dismissed as a fool had succeeded where prince and warriors had failed. But Dike wasn't finished. "I have another truth to share," he said, his voice steady. "I'm not just Dike the village drunkard. I'm Prince Dike of a neighboring kingdom. I came in disguise to find a love that was genuine." The revelation left the crowd speechless. The princesses too were stunned. They had sought someone who could see beyond the surface, and Dike had proven himself worthy. The weddings were a celebration of love, wisdom, and the courage to break tradition. Nkechi, Ogechi, and Ifeoma found in Dike not just a partner, but a kindred spirit, someone who valued them for who they truly were. The tale of the three princesses and Prince Dike became a legend, a story passed down through generations. It reminded all who heard it that true love is not about appearances or titles, but about understanding, respect, and saying the heart. And so, as the sun set over the village, painting the sky in hues of gold and crimson, the people celebrated not just a union but a lesson in the power of authenticity and love. Moral lessons of the story. The story teaches us many moral lessons. 1. Through what lies beyond appearances. The story emphasizes that genuine value isn't found in wealth, status, or appearances. Prince Dike's transformation from a perceived drunkard to a wise and noble prince demonstrates the importance of looking beyond the surface to understanding a person's true character. The villagers, quick to judge based on Dike's outward behavior, were humbled when they learned of his wisdom and courage. Similarly, the princesses sought suitors who valued their individuality and personality rather than their royal status. This teaches us to avoid superficial judgments and to take the time to truly know people, as appearances often mask a person's true essence. 2. Embracing individuality and authenticity. The princesses refused to conform to societal expectations of how they should behave or whom they should marry. Their playful, spirited nature was criticized by the villagers, but they remained true to themselves, even when pressured to marry wealthy or powerful suitors. They held out for a love that resonated with their hearts. The lesson here is that authenticity is vital. Embracing who you are and finding those who value you for your genuine self is far more rewarding than conforming to others' expectations. 3. Love is built on understanding and connection. The princesses' challenge to guess their true names symbolized their desire for suitors who would take the time to understand them. Prince Dike succeeded not by showcasing wealth or power, but by demonstrating patience, attentiveness, and a willingness to truly see the princesses for who they were. This teaches us that love is not transactional. It is a bond built on mutual respect, understanding, and shared values. Relationships strive when people connect on a deeper level, beyond material possessions or societal advantages. 4. Breaking free from stereotypes. Dike's journey is a testament to breaking free from the labels others place on us. Initially dismissed as a fool, he proved his wisdom, resourcefulness, and nobility. His story inspires us to challenge stereotypes and show that our actions and character define us, not others' perceptions. It also encourages us to give others the benefit of the doubt and to see their potential rather than limiting them to our assumptions. 5. The value of patience and perseverance. The process of discovering the princesses' names wasn't easy, but Dike's patience and determination paid off. He didn't rely on quick solutions or outward displays. Instead, he observed and understood the princesses' lives. This teaches us that achieving meaningful goals often requires perseverance, thoughtful effort, and a commitment to understanding the bigger picture. 6. Unity and the power of family. Throughout the story, the bond between the princesses stood out. Despite their differences and challenges, their love and support for one another remained strong. Their unity not only helped them navigate difficulties, but also revealed the importance of family ties. This reminds us that strong relationships, whether familial or communal, are built on love, loyalty, and mutual care. The overall message. The story ultimately teaches that true nobility comes from the heart, not with wealth, titles, or societal expectations. It encourages us to value character over appearances, to seek connections rooted in authenticity, and to never underestimate the strength of love, understanding, and perseverance. These values guide us to live meaningful, fulfilling lives and foster relationships that stand the test of time. We've come to the end of the story. I hope you enjoyed yourselves as much as I did. Till I come your way next time, it's goodbye from Tabby's Corner. See you in my next video.